Yeah, you stated in an interview that you wrote a lot of material on your way to university.
Yeah.
You studied architecture.
Yeah.
Could you say, is there a connection? Is architecture also an inspiration for you?
Absolutely. There's, I think there's a clear connection between the two.
Can you describe what it is?
I think there's so much creativity that's needed in architecture, especially during school, during the few years of school that I had to do, that my brain was just kind of always working, whether music or design, and it kind of just pushed this album forward, especially. And it's the kind of creativity you need for design is the same kind of creativity you need to put a song together from scratch.
Because what are the fundamentals that a good building needs to have for you?
Well, you have the columns, which is like the beat, and you know, as far as some of the fundamentals are, I guess, the instruments are different aspects of the building, I guess. It's a hard question, but
yeah. But now with the study behind you and now the music also on a high level, is it now something you have to choose a path, or do you think you will be able to combine the two?
Ideally, I'd like to combine the two. I've been doing it for a few years, and I love producing so much, and it's something that I do in my spare time, and I still can do in my spare time. So hopefully, there's a way I can mix the two.
Because where are you now at with your architecture? Well, study not anymore, but do you still work in it?
I was till recently, so that's, you know, we'll see where the album goes, but I'd like to really continue to do both the way I've been doing.
But how is it now? How do you have it in mind? Now is it now you have taken 1 year off to see where the music will take you, or how?
Not so much, maybe a few months.
But is there something you said to yourself, or you had made some deal with yourself to see where this will go, and to what extent?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not sure if touring, like some of the tours that these DJs are doing, is crazy, and I'm not sure that's for me either. But I definitely like to keep producing and see where the sort of release of the album is going to take me.
Why is that not for you, that touring?
It's very tough lifestyle. A lot of people wish they could have it. I haven't really had a full tour schedule, but you know, a few overseas gigs I've done. It's not for everyone. It's a tough schedule, and it takes a toll on the body, and it takes a toll on your relationships with family and friends and stuff. I'm not sure I'm cut out for it, but for the right gigs, I could definitely come and play here in the Netherlands, of course, for another State of Trance.
Make an exception. Yeah, with your album coming out here, what do you hope it will bring for you?
I hope it establishes me as a producer that a lot more, maybe a broader range of people will listen to. It's less about, I want to be seen less as the sort of touring artist that's going to play at the festival, and more something that a lot of people have on their iPod and are just always listening to. So in that respect, I really want people to appreciate the production value of the album, and it's less about like a dance floor or nightclub type vibe. It's more about the listening and the experiencing of what I produced.
About the album, yeah, you hope people will play on the iPod, but is there maybe some deal you had, or some expectation that in what extent it has to be spread around the world, or would you like to stay underground?
Not at all. I didn't really have any expectations. I just had fun making it. I'm having fun watching people's reactions to it, and it's all about, you know, I wasn't sure how much of a hit it will be, but if it is, that's great. Essentially, I just want, you know, if it's not popular, but if few people really love it, I'm happy about that. Or if it is popular, I'm happy about that as well. Is
this what did Armada say to you? Is this, will they see how this album will work out and then make deals for the next one, or you have already plans for future follow-ups?
I don't know.
It's maybe early to say now, but
I'm gonna write a follow-up, of course. That's just what we keep doing. We always keep writing music, and I'm definitely gonna write it, and we'll see if we release it.
Yeah, you say, final question, that you were inspired by music from other genres. Have you heard from maybe people who are active in other genres that got inspired by something you did, or maybe something you used or sampled? Or?
So far, no. I see a lot of, what's interesting though is a lot of listeners, people who don't like trance at all, are sort of messaging me and, you know, joining the Facebook and just saying how they heard it because their friend was listening to the music, and people who you would never think like trance music are listening to some of the weird sounds and some of the things that I have in the album or in some of the latest singles, and they're kind of interested in the sound. So I think that's a compliment.
What music do you listen to when you actually work on an architecture
Um,
project?
Architecture project. I listen to a lot of like progressive rock, experimental stuff. Also some electronic music like Royksap, some chill out stuff, lounge stuff.
Does what you listen to have a direct influence on what you will
Absolutely.
come out of your hands?
Yeah, I don't know how I could explain it, but it always does.
Can you try maybe explain a little bit?
I guess, you know, when I'm listening to a certain song, I can pretend that the design is like a music video for that song. And
For example, what brings progressive rock? What kind of design video does that produce?
It's I have some designs that are like really, I mean, Netherlands is the perfect place to really describe it, but you know, I have a lot of sort of future wavy lines and curvy buildings and stuff when I was listening to a certain album, and then other designs are really sort of minimal and straight.
Cubicle, maybe.
Yeah. So that might have been influenced from, whether I know it or not, it might have been influenced through the music I was listening to.